All right, everybody. Thanks for being patient. We are here. We are live. Come on in. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to chat in the chat, make sure you hit subscribe. Sure you're subscribed to the channel. Otherwise, you cannot chat with the lovely folks in my chat. And I know you want to. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Zal. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Soul. Hope you all doing good. Yeah, this is normally an hour later. Hi, Mariah. But Sharon, who I normally stream with on Friday afternoons, has the flu. So sending her best wishes. And she'll be back, I'm sure, next Friday with y'all, with me as co-host. I will be, so I decided to come on today as the only one streaming. So we're going to continue what we started yesterday. Hi, Kat. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Bobby, again. How's that weather up there, Bobby? Is it nice? Hi, Lucy. Yeah, poor thing. She's not feeling good, so she canceled the last minute, and so I said, let me jump on because I know there's a lot of folks who do hang out with us on Fridays, and I did not want to let them down. So if you were here yesterday during yesterday's stream, this is the print that would not pull up completely because I didn't put enough paint down, and then I put down my gloss gel medium. So I pulled it before the stream and it came out perfectly. Let's do that. How nice that looks. Nothing got left behind. The plate is completely clean. So now you know it works. Hi, Darcy. How are you? Let's see. Got a couple of prints to pull. A couple of may not be ready. This is the one where we flopped off on a bunch of different stuff just on one plate. And I pulled this with the cat orange. This one has a lot of texture. Look how fun that is. You can even see some of the green left from the flop off. There was like green under the purple. Thanks, Bobby. Okay. So that's that one. Let me check the other two. Because remember, the other two were the wood rose ones. And I wanted to have them ready to pull for you. So I went ahead and added paint. And this should be ready. This was the purple. And then I pulled it with some yellow. Because I know y'all like the purple and the yellow together. And I thought, let's give them what they want. Let's give them something to talk about. Look at that. Simple, easy print, but really impactful graphic. So, continuing with yesterday's topic of gel printing for beginners, you don't have to do fancy techniques or anything like that to get something really, really cool, really beautiful. Sometimes it's just about color and color combo. So, Mariah, can you drop that link for the PM Artist Studio color wheel when you have a moment? That would be super fantastic because I think that would help so many people. Oh, you did, Bobby. That's awesome. Thanks. You'll love it. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Hugs to everyone coming in. And if you're just watching in the background, that's great. I don't mind. That's cool. I do it too. Don't be ashamed. Just don't forget to hit the like button. This is the one with the red wood rose flower print. Excuse me. And this one I pulled with gold. Oh, thank you, Mariah. You can get your free color wheel there by clicking that link to PM Artist Studio, because P is amazing with the color wheel, and her and Mariah put together a great color wheel for everybody to use, and it's free. So take advantage of that. I pulled this one with the Pebeo Gold, which I think it's almost empty. This one here, 352 iridescent gold. Not not too bad, eh? That's a winner. And it's warm here today. Oh, okay. Thanks, Mariah. Appreciate it. So stuff's been drying quickly because I only put this down about a half hour ago. Put the paint down on the paper, so things are drying quickly today. But I'm not complaining about the warm weather. That is for sure. And again, this is the stencil Wood Rose by Christy Hartman. And that's over at pmartiststudio.com. They're doing double points right now until the 23rd, which is in 3 days, and that will be until midnight Central Time on the 23rd. So check that out. Okay. So I thought today we're going to use the round gel plate. So I put it on this smaller square. I didn't have another plexi for it, so I put it on this smaller rectangular plate. But I think we'll be good. All right, so let's do some fun prints on here. I picked out some stencils that I thought would look nice on the round stencil or the round plate. And the reason I wanted to use the round one is because Sharon and I were talking about this last week about making books, another round book with round gel prints, because she also uses her round gel plate a lot. So I'm gonna do some prints and hopefully be able to put together a book sometime in the future with these prints. So I'm gonna let you guys choose what stencil to use first. I have this one. This is by Paula. I believe that's Prayer Wheels. This is Bramble Branches. That's by PM Artist Studio. And then I have my own Elegant Mayhem. Don't feel you have to choose this because it's mine. But so we'll say this is 1, 2, and 3. Let me know what you want to see, and I will make it happen. If you're just coming in, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to hit that like button. I appreciate that. It goes a long way to help the channel, and it's free. It's a great way to support. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That way you can also chat in the chat with these lovely folks. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. 1 and 3, 1, 3. Okay. Why don't we start? I got a couple of 1s, couple of 3s. I'm going to start with the 3. I see more 3s. And that's my Elegant Mayhem. But I thought it looked good on the round plate. It's a very symmetrical design, so it goes well. There's good balance on all areas of here. And I apologize for the ring light, but it's what we got. So you see, this is what it looks like from the other side. And this is, if you're wondering, this is a Gel Elf plate that was given to me. Excuse me. That's why it looks a little bit different than the other plates. It's a little cloudier, but it works really well. I'm going to be a little carry and make sure it's just completely centered. Don't tell him I said that. Hi, Carrie. Love ya. Okay. I'm going to start with this one here that I see at the corner of my eye. This is a permanent red violet. Cruddy overcast, really, because I mean, it might be overcast, but it's in the 50s, which is pretty nice. Miss Bobby. I'm talking to Bobby about the weather because we're in the same neck of the woods. She's up in New Hampshire, and I'm down in Taunton. All right, this one's almost gone. I'm just going to cut this open and finish up the paint here. How far is Walpole? I couldn't tell you because I don't drive and I don't go to Walpole. My brother says it's about 45 minutes away from here. The only thing I know about Walpole is there's a prison. Have you been there, Bobby? To Walpole, not the prison. That's good. Foxborough, I have an art thing down there. I guess it's next to, the stadium. Oh, yeah. Lovely Foxborough. Last time I was there was when I was in culinary school, and we did an event, and it was terrible because a friend of mine, they put down, how they put down plywood on the ground so you don't mess up the field, but it wasn't even, and it was very uneven. So a friend of mine, she tripped and hurt herself pretty badly, messed up her foot. So here's the thing is I only have one round plate, so this has to dry, and then we'll go on to, we'll use another plate while this is drying. But you can see, like I said, it's shouldn't take too long to dry. Hey Becky, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Clean this knife here. And I think I can go ahead and flop this off on here. Now, I could use a hair dryer to dry that plate, but I'm not going to encourage people to do that because I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. I've seen people online use it. I've done it a couple times, but very, very, very minimally. Here we go. So flopping off there. Hi, Gerald. Welcome. If you're wondering why I'm live today, it's because I'm normally on with Sharon at on her channel over at Texture Junkies, and but Sharon has the flu today, so I took her spot. Normally on about an hour later, but I thought let me go on earlier because I wanted to. Why not? All right, so this is gonna dry. This has to dry, but this has to so we got to find a color to go with that. In the meantime, let's take a look at some of the prints from the other day, from yesterday. In case you missed the live stream yesterday, this is the one that got stuck to the paper, or stuck. Some of it got stuck down to the plate and didn't pull up, and I used my gloss gel medium as a glue to I put it back down and then let it dry completely again, and then picked it back up today. You see, it got everything, no rips, nothing left behind, nothing at all. This was a flop off the stencil from Wood Rose. This, we can add some color to this. Why don't we do that now? I'm juggling plates here. But hello, Julie Parker. If you guys are ever wondering like how long a stream has been on, usually in the down at the corner of the video part, you will see where it tells you how many people are watching. It tells you how long ago the stream began. So if you're ever curious how long ago a stream began, it's right there under the part that has my name, and then it says how many are watching, and then it says how many minutes or hours it started streaming before, like when you got there. So just FYI, I never knew that for like the longest time. You should know that too. All right, what color are we going to add to this to make it exciting? We can do also another stencil over it. Let's see, what did I pull out today? Besides those three. Let's do here, we'll do Orbital Bliss. How about that? This is PM Artist Studio. Yeah, YouTube is a little weird that way with their info. I don't have that color, Bobby. Yeah, it's one of those few blues I don't have. Whoops. Lights off. Sorry, guys. There we go. Keyboard hit the deck. I don't have bright pink either. You guys don't know me very well. Just the pre-planning for lives, reduce post-production of scan, edited, posted. Oh yeah, this is because there's no editing here. I'm just me live with you guys. And that's it. The craziest thing I have to do is create a thumbnail image to go with the video, but even that is not a big deal. All right, so let's get some paint down on here. All right, let me see. What do I mean, I've got magenta, this permanent red. Got that. Although I do have, apologize, I do have this pink. This is a rose pink. Let's try that. YouTube got rid of what info for you, Julie? You got to be specific. And if I missed a comment, it's no offense. It's just I fly solo, so you know, got to give me some grace there. No, I don't, Julie. I do not have fluorescent paint. You guys don't watch me. If you guys watch me, you know I don't use a lot of paint. So yeah, when the live started. So Julie, what I'm talking about is when you look at the actual when you're looking at the screen, the YouTube, the screen, right? Where it shows the video. Down below on the very bottom or right under the video, it says how many people are watching. And right next to that, it says how many minutes ago the live began. That's what I'm talking about. Now, as far as notifications, that's something I cannot control. Unfortunately, my suggestion for that is to, if you're not getting notifications from a specific channel that you normally do, my suggestion is you unsubscribe from the channel, subscribe again, then make sure you go to the notification settings and click all notifications so that you do get notified. And that usually seems to work. Other than that, that is for if you can't see that info either, it's because of maybe it's the if you have your window open too large, if you have your window full screen, you won't be able to see that. So get it to where you see the screen with the stuff with the info underneath it, and then you will see it. But it shouldn't matter when the live started. What matters is that you're here and that you participate and that you enjoy. Don't worry about the time. Time is a construct. There we go. Did it satisfy the pink people? Oh, then I don't know what to tell you, Julie. Don't know what to tell you because it's usually right there. Hi, Susan. Hey, I'll tuning in while I work from home. Oh, awesome. Later, I'll come back and I'll do a transparent layer over this because I don't like all the white. Let's get back to this. Yeah, that's dry enough. No, it has nothing to do with the PC. It's. I can't tell you, Julie. Honestly, without seeing what device you're on and looking specifically at your screen, I cannot tell you. And honestly, I wouldn't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. There's a lot more things we can worry about. Let's not worry about those little things because then you're going to miss what I'm talking about and you're going to miss what I'm showing you. And then you're going to have questions. Then I'm going to know. I'm going to say, what are you talking about? So pay attention because you don't want to miss this stuff. This has to go down. All right. So it's not a time. It just says how many minutes. It began, X amount of minutes ago. That's all. It's not a big deal, guys. Come on. Let's not worry about it. pink. Look at some of these metallics here that I have. That'd be fun. Strawberry, pearl red. Copper. Oh, want that. Want that. Ooh, how about this one? That's nice. Pearl lilac. Pull it with that. I know, but people focus on that a lot, and it's like it's there's no point really in worrying about that so much. A little pink eye in there. That's okay. This is the Hammermill 28-pound color copy paper. Hi, Rosemary. How are you? I should use this. This is my Anthony Cody Baron. And not in this video yet, because I haven't put it in yet, but in all my videos, there's always a link to Anthony Cody's wood shop on Etsy. So you can go over there and check out the awesome creations that he does with wood that he makes in his own home. Oh, so Sandy, what I was saying earlier is that Sharon and I last week, Texture Junkies, were talking about possibly making another round book with the round gel prints. And I didn't have when I did a first round book, I didn't have the round plate at the time. So now that I have one, I thought that I could do one with Sharon. So what I'm going to do is create some prints today and get started on that. So I'll create a round book with some fun prints. Oh, awesome, Rosemary. I hope it went well. I used to love my physical therapy. Look at that. Really subtle, really nice. Sorry about that ring light. It annoys me, the ring light. It really does when I see it. That's why I always apologize. Let's see if this is why I love this plate. You want oh Texture Junkie, she is yeah, it's just Texture Junkies on YouTube. Julie says that if you need floral pink and a separate pull of nickel ace of gold on top of it, changes the color. Oh, okay, cool. I don't have, I have azo gold. Yeah, no, don't have a fluorescent pink, unfortunately. Look at that. That came up beautifully, I have to say. That came up really good. Thank you, Darcy. Look at that. And these are the Arteza Metallics. These were an awesome gift from Becky. And I've been trying to use more of them because they are nice. My nephew used up a lot of the gold because he loves the gold. It's like, Theo, I love the gold and the blue. Here, let's do another one with the Elegant Mayhem. Here we go. Yeah, well, that's what I'm gonna do. Zal, is I'm trying to figure out lighting that's gonna come in from either side. So when the budget allows, that's when the lighting will change. So what if I did it off center? Meaning, I don't know what you mean, Sandy, the stencil or the on the paper. Yeah. Zal, All right, I think for this one, I've got some here. Let's do this violet oxide. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha, Sandy. Now, this plate does like to create blooms with the paints, especially the fluid acrylic. Very, very nice. That won't take long to try. Down here, I'm just gonna put this on top of here and create another one of those everything in the kitchen sink prints, which will turn out to be great. So I'm gonna put something transparent over this. Here, I'm gonna use my Azo Gold. Sort of try what Julie was talking about, but I'm gonna try this Azo Gold over this print here with the green and the pink. Let's see what happens. Hi, Anne. How are you, Anne? So glad you popped in. Yeah, Sharon's not well today, so you get just me. Not enough. We can add more though. It's interesting with the blooming going on. Oh, thank you, Julie. I'm gonna do a little bit more on here and get a better coating. I don't have a lot of that. That's why the using it sparingly. Let's do nice pushy with the Baron. Baron is good for this sort of thing. Plus, it keeps the pressure off your hands, so your hands don't hurt. And if you have sensitive skin, it's good too because I know some folks with sensitive skin issues, when they rub the paper too much, it causes issues. Yeah, I know. I hope she's okay. I'd bring her some soup, but It's kind of a trek to get all the way over there to the West Coast. And my running shoes aren't up to snuff. It snowed again. Oh, and sorry. Hi, Amy. Amy Kreckman's here. How are you? Look at that. Wow, I'm always missing spots. Even more intense. Wow. That's kind of cool. But it's funny how the paint reacts. The fluid reacts to the other paints. It's got kind of a funny things that happens. I don't know if you could see that. I have to come back in later with a brush and fill in these white spots here. That's okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good, Amy. All right, this could use a little punching up. This is I'm gonna go with the blue on this one for some reason. I'm wanting blue here. Do this. It's called ocean green, but it's kind of it's a blue for sure. Oh, there's still pink coming off on there. Got to grab my other brayer. I cleaned the other one earlier. Exercises. What's that? This is my exercises. All right. What time are you streaming, and Amy? A splotch of pink. That is hysterical. I really like the blue against that. This is the darker color, the reddish color is violet oxide. It's really cool. Pretty good combo. Okay. Cool. The blue is this one. It's from Essentials, Royal Langnickel. It's called Ocean Green. But I don't know. I'd say it's just more of it's a blue. Like a light blue. Doesn't your brother know you're watching Eddie Makes Art? Come on. Just teasing. Just teasing. Hi, Adrian. You're eyeing the hot crust buns. Well, I guess that's why you gotta do the exercises, Julie. Is that why? You gotta work off those hot crust buns. You gotta work off your buns to eat the hot crust buns. No, yeah, I don't have that. I trust me. If I had it, I'd use it. All right, so I'm gonna use this one now. This is by Paula King. I believe this is Prayer Wheels. Yes, to call you before sunset. Okay, I get it, Bobby. Thank you. I know. I'm just teasing. All right, let's use that. Maybe with this one, let me get rid of some of this here. Now, although I'm going to use a couple of these brayer offs. We can print on those. Wow. That can go there. That can go there. Okay. Yeah. I'm thirsty. Just wore some of this heavy body paint I got from some Happy Mail. Some of this orange. And maybe I'm mixing some of the strawberry pearl. Why not? Just because I didn't want the orange to be super bright. Oh, that's nice. Very cool. And so I chose stencils that would look really nice with the round plate. If you're wondering why I chose these particular stencils. Kitty kitty. Yeah, Adrian. Adrian loves her orange. That's cool, Julie. Yeah, I guess Easter this year is in April. I have a couple of egg stencils that I made just for my own use. God, this camera's acting up. Kitty kitty. They always need attention. Hi, Carol. You always need attention when you are in the middle of something. Get this wet paint off of here. I can be retired. Hi, Jackie from the UK. How are you? Hi, Mary Brown. It kind of does, right, Becky? Bunch of gel print eggs for Easter one year and all the colors. None of the mess. Oh, nice. That's a good idea. Go on. Kitty kitty. So, drive pretty fast. All right. Do you guys have a color in mind to pull this with? Sienna. Girl, you make me dig through my paints here. Let me see. What do I have? I have terracotta. I have burnt sienna, but it's almost the same color as the orange on here. It'll kind of wash out. It'll be like a monochromatic. I don't have lighter. Let's see. Mm. Iridescent pearl, but what, like the white? Hmm. Yeah, Sharon is sick today, so I decided to go on my own channel and stream here. Iridescent pearl. The color teal. What do I have that's teal? No, that's aqua. If this teal, not a lot left in here. Let me see if I can manufacture some more. Oh, you know what I do have? It's kind of like a teal. It's this iridescent blue green. Try that. And it takes care of the iridescent for cat. Go. That looks fun. Brown. Oh, Amy. Is that Joe? No. Oh. Sorry, I'm talking to my brother. It sounded like he was listening to my nephew. It sounds just like him. Thought you loved green. You're confusing me, Amy. Green. I thought was your color du jour. Oh, I didn't see you mention purple. Now, the only thing with purple, Julie, is that it would have made the orange go brown. And I didn't want the orange to necessarily go brown, although I don't know how it's going to be with this blue. Let me give that a few more moments to dry. Let's get some purple on here. Then maybe we can pull this with orange. Yeah, when you do, you have to be careful because with orange, when you mix it with the purple, it can go brown. And then same with like yellow and purple. But that's how we learn too, you know. So I'm going to do this one with the purple, this dioxazine purple, and then I'll pull it with an orange. And that should be nice because the orange obviously will poke through the openings, but it shouldn't change the color of the purple, if that makes sense to you. Let's flop this off on here and add to the mayhem that's already on the plate. Ta-da. Very cool. Ooh, stuck there. Let's see how this is doing. It should be good. Nice. All right, see? It browned it out just a little bit. It made it more of like what Miss Amy called for earlier, the sienna. So it kind of browned it out that way. But it's a nice shiny print. Let's do it like this. Came out pretty good, I have to say. Let's do another one with the prayer wheels. How about Miss Amy is here, and I think we need to get into some green. But I've got this sage green here I've been eyeing. It's a craft paint, so it's a matte finish paint, but it's this what's it called? It's called pale green. Yeah, it's fun, and I thought, I don't use it enough, especially like on streams. So let me pull it out and give it a workout today. Now there's purple mixing in here because of what was on the brayer and on the stencil, but I'm not going to worry about that. And see, it's because it's getting gray, but it's also separating on me. So That's the plate, unfortunately, doing that. Hello, Carla. Yeah, unfortunately, Sharon is out sick today with the FLU. So I decided to come on myself. Sans Sharon. Oh, look at that. That's cool, right? Nice. Yeah, so that paint will not be good on this plate. That's the one thing about this plate. This is a Gel Elf. Is that it causes some of the paints to really, really separate. There. Just has some pink left, but I'm not going to worry about that. Let's see how this paint does on here with the prayer wheels. Just curious because it's never separated that much. See, I think on this plate, it's not going to separate as much as it did on the other one. Yeah. Yeah, see, on this plate, it separate out as much. Okay. Hey, April. I'm live and we're talking about your print. What stencil is that? The stencil with the circles, that's Prayer Wheels. It's by Paula Keen. It's over at the PM Artist Studio. Um, you know what? I don't know. Amy asks, is there any way to avoid the separation with medium or anything? I don't know. And if anybody does know, please let me know. But I do not know. You're careful up there, Carla. Oh, there you go. Miss Darcy dropped in the link for Prayer Wheels over at PM Artists. So there you go. Thank you, Darcy. Switch brayers. I'll help too. So yeah, that didn't do much. I'm just gonna pick this up and we'll do another print here. Although I do want to clean that stencil off onto some paper because I think it's gonna release some cool stuff here. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Look at that. That's the flop off. Looks good, huh? Yeah. That's possible, Bobby. You got to make sure. I guess I'm imagining like you got to do let the medium dry first. Okay. Look at that bonus print. Okay. I think I'm just gonna pick this up with where is. Hey Mariah, how are you? Hey Eddie Mac, it's the other Eddie. Okay, so it is a gel elf plate thing. Okay, so I'm not cuckoo. It is a gel elf plate thing. Thank you for that info. Yeah, can't do that right now, Julie. Once the lives get started, you can't join them up. Cannot do that. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Eddie Mae. Let's see here. So we got a little something something going on there. So I'm just gonna keep going here. I'm gonna get on to I'm gonna throw some bramble branches down. Yes, cat. It is an 8-inch plate. Size do matter. All right. I know this is going to probably separate because we've been talking about it and it's a fluid, but I'm going to use some turquoise phthalo. And I think what I'm going to do is while I have this on the plate is I'm going to start just pulling prints like this and see what happens. Isn't that cool? It's really cool texture. And then like you can see in there some of that, the lighter green, the pale green. I continue with that. Almost my pale green. A little bit of that on there. Do I have an Amazon wish list? I don't think so, Darcy. I don't think I've ever. I think I have like a private one, but I have to say I haven't used that in a long time. This is well, it's new to me in the that somebody sent it to me. I mean, I've had it for a little while, just don't use it that often. Um, but it was from somebody who didn't use it enough, so she thought I would enjoy it. More paper here. Oh, I thought Bramble Branches was PM Artist Studio. My bad. That's why it's a team. I always say it's a team effort with these lives. Everybody helps. I really appreciate that. Look at that. So I sit corrected. This is a Lucy Ames mask, Bramble Branches. She has other tree stencils that are fantastic. I think does she have tree stamps or just stencils? I think she has some stamps, but I could be wrong. All right, so I want to get something on here. So let me think. Something that's going to stand out. She does have stamps too. Okay, good. Nice. Um, I think I'm going to go in with some yellows. Let's see. Oh, you know what might work well with this is fern. This is an awesome, awesome color. If you are looking for something that's not quite yellow, not quite green, but just right there in the middle, this is a really, really great one to have in your stash. Thanks everybody for stopping by today and hanging out. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you are wanting to chat and you find yourself unable to chat, it's because you're not subscribed. smack that subscribe button, give it a minute, and you'll be able to pop in the chat and chat with these lovely folks in here who are always talk about something fun and exciting. Very trippy color, right? I agree, Mariah. So for this one, I'm going to pull the stencil off, paper down. That. Oh, isn't that great? I love it. And this was a brayer off from yesterday's live stream. Isn't that great? Very cool. All right, I'm going to get this back on here. Let's get some more color on here. Miss Kreckman, I know you like the green. Let's get some green down here from Miss Amy. I know I have. Where is my? There it is. My Jenkins. Now this Jenkins is running out. I'm going to add a little bit of medium to it. Let's get all sciencey up in her. Got my pipette. Got my airbrush medium. Tip, don't pour from there into these little bottles. It goes everywhere, so just use a pipette. What are you wanting? Okay, let's pour some of that in there. And maybe a little bit of a spritz of water. All right. Makes it a little bit more loosey goosey, but it gets up any, it uses up a lot of the paint that I wouldn't get out of there if I didn't add anything to it. All right, let's pick this up just on plain white paper. There we go. Well, the noisy one, her name is Shadow. There's another one over here to my left who's sleeping in a box. Her name is Trouble. And then Mama, who's on my bed, her name is Max. Let's retire that one. How you like that, Amy? Thanks, Mary. My order has arrived. What are you talking about? Are you saying I just got a delivery from you, Mariah? I'll have to check out. You have one inside and 4 ferals. Yeah, nice. That's all. Okay. I will have to go and check later. Thank you, Miss Mariah. All right, I'm gonna let this dry. Oops, on here. We can come back and pull that out something. So if you're just joining us, I've been making some round prints to hopefully maybe put together a book in the future. These are some of the round prints we've done so far. Got these two también as well. All right, let me get situated here. Move some stuff around. All right, move. You move, you move, you move. We have this here that's dry. This was the pale green. So, hi, Melanie. Your watercolor table tackled you. Okay. Did you get watercoloring done at least? These out of the way. Something funky in this bottle here. I know that. There's a bunch of different things in this little bottle. It's got a big A at the top that stands for altered. Oh, it's got purples. Hmm. Gotta clean that up. All right. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Sharon did the round book, Carla. And that's why I was like, let me do some round prints. And so when we decide to do the book, I have some prints ready to go. Whoops. All right, so yeah, that wasn't very successful. Put down some of this dioxazine.
Can't win. Can't win. Don't hang up. I'm not getting on the sweater.
Mm, mm. Let's let that dry. That's gonna be a cool grungy one. What's on here? Oh, forgot about this one. We started this one yesterday. We need to get a color down on here. Okay, I am open for color suggestions for this one here. Now, the only color I am going to say no on is pink. We don't have a lot of different pinks, and I don't want to use pink on this one. But I will take suggestions. All right, we have yellow, lemon yellow, gold, light blue, cream or beige, teal or turquoise. Periwinkle. Yes, periwinkle. I don't have a periwinkle, that's for sure. I do not have that color. Now I don't want to brown out the blue, so I think the orange, I'm gonna pass on the orange. And the Azo gold, I don't have enough. It's very empty, unfortunately. Um, but I think I'm gonna go with the yellow. Where is that other yellow I had? This one here. Azo yellow lemon. Let's use this one. And this is a semi-opaque. And I need, where is my, here we go. I think for this one, I'm going to put it on the Yasutomo sketch paper. And I like the idea of silver, Becky. But I wanted to keep this one on the brighter side. But I do like the idea of silver. Hi, Lisa Marie. How are you? Popping in with one eye. Call you One Eye Lisa. Jeez Louise. I'm so happy you guys decided to come and hang with me for a little while today. It's very much appreciated. If you're just joining us, I usually stream as a co-host to Sharon over on her channel at Texture Junkies, but the poor thing has the flu. So I decided to come on my own channel and do some gel printing with you guys, kind of a continuation from yesterday, because I did live stream yesterday with some tips and tricks for gel printing beginners. And like a sort of a refresher course for others. Always good to re-up on your knowledge of stuff, especially for me. Mariah had some great input as well. Like, remember, Yupo is not paper. So we use these Yupo stencils, and these are made of Yupo, which is a polypropylene. I have to pause before I say that so I don't mess it up. Um, so essentially, yeah, it's a plastic. Hi, Glenda. How are you? Happy Friday. This one will have to sit for a few, but oh, look at that. This makes me want to 7 Up real bad. Mm-mm-mm. You ever go for like a long time without having like a Sprite or a 7 Up, and then you have one and it's nice and cold? That's like an amazing, amazing, amazing like flavor explosion. It's the little things, right? And Darcy, I know you grew up with now I can't think of the name. What is the ice cream shop that's local to us? Oh God. And we'd go there and you could get raspberry lime rickies. Mm. And they're not non-alcoholic. This is when we were kids. Brigham's. Brigham's was an ice cream sort of shop that had like your regular fare, like burgers and stuff and tuna melts. Um, but of course, it had ice cream in it, and then they have their own ice cream. Um, and then I'd always get a lime Ricky because I thought I was fancy. Younger me had to be fancy. I couldn't just get a regular Coke. I had to get something like a that sounded like a cocktail. Um, a Fresca. Oh, Frescas are so good. I haven't had a Fresca in a long time, but it's so good. All right, I'm dry. This round plate should be dry. Peaceful. You don't remember Brigham's? Oh, Darcy. Now you remember Friendlies, right? Tell me you know about Friendlies. So I think you can get one there too. Hi, Carol Buckingham. How are you? Let's get some paint on here to pull that. Here, let's pull this with fluorescent blue. Thanks, Mariah. Doing good, Carol. Doing good. Yeah, okay. So you do know Friendlies. Yeah. It's similar to a Friendlies. I wonder, they may still have some in business around here, but I'm not sure. I used to go to the Brigham's and you could smoke in the restaurant. That's how old that place is. Oh, this is nice and bright. Love it. Friendlies. Yeah, it's definitely much more of a Northeast thing. Now let's go back even further. How about Howard Johnson's? How many of you as kids used to go to birthday parties at Howard Johnson's? I did. Carla, love it. Carla says Sprite. I left out Sprite. Drink it and eat sweet tarts and pucker your whole head. Ooh, look at that one. This is like a view of the Earth from space. All right. Now, since I pulled this one out earlier, we'll use it. This is peas Circle Rings of Madness or something like that. Yeah, Howard Johnson's. We used to. I had an auntie. I still have an auntie. She's still with us. Um, she used to always have the birthday parties for her kids um at Howard Johnson's. It'd be a long table with all the kids around it and all that. Let's use a terracotta. I haven't used this in a while. Circle Rings of Madness. Okay. Now this stencil was created on a live stream when because they have a set of stencils that's just all these rings and circles. You get it's like 100 of them or something like that. It's a lot. But P decided that she was going to put them on the plate and overlap them. And she loved the design so much that 44 hundreds 44. And so Mariah took a screenshot and made it into this really one of my favorite stencils. Wow, that's a lot of paint. I'll get some of that up. That is a lot of paint. That stuff just see that's the one complaint I have about Lucas Krill is when it starts getting older, it gets a little soupy. All right. Apologies for the noise in the background. It's I have a condition called my brother. Nice. Oops. Let that dry. Let's get the rest of that red paint on here. It's one thing I love about having a silicone mat. If you go over to the PM Artist Studio, you're going to see P dressed up in her favorite greens for St. Patty's Day. Also, double points are in effect right now. Those go through the 23rd until midnight. Midnight on the 23rd, Central Time is what I'm trying to say. Melanie, yeah. No, I don't think they'll have him anymore. I think that's long gone. Unless we can find one that's a little cuckoo in the head. Yeah, see, Mariah's brother got one of those that cure and it still didn't help him. You can't always pawn them off. Oh god. This is Carnival Wet Strength tissue paper, by the way, that I just put down. Very cool. It's good to have. Yeah, that is true. It's good to have circle prints for a circle book. So I'll do a couple on here while those other prints we have going dry. Although this purple, oh, this is dry. Let me get here. Move this out the way for a moment. And let's get some. I said I was going to do orange on here. There's that vivid red orange heavy body. Oh, my nephew just got home from school. So funny. Paper, paper, where are you, paper? Oh, welcome back, Julie. All right, Bobby, take care. I'll talk to you very soon. Let's get this smoothed down. I'm wicked crooked. Let me see if I can fix this here.
You grab the keys.
Joe, come here. Come here.
Go, let's go.
Come here.
Finish that.
Put your hands in there and say hi to everybody. We're live. Everyone, this is Josiah. This is the one whose prints I showed you. I showed them your prints yesterday, and they were really impressed. They liked your prints. Which here. Almost here.
So you want ice cream?
And then hang on a sec. I got the other one here. I pulled that one. Remember with the stuff left on the plate?
Oh yeah.
Sure. I pulled it with that ice blue color you like. The diamond paint.
Oh
This is the one I showed yesterday. That everybody loved. There you go. Put that with your stash, okay? All right, love you.
yeah.
Be a good boy. Listen to Papa and get that homework done. He's a good kid, guys. Good kid.
You want some?
All right, so see, look at that. That's gonna be spectacular.
No. You motherfucker.
All right, so
Where you going?
let's continue.
You have to do your work.
We gotta do some homework, Joe. How was school? It was good, yeah? You're behaving? That's good. Good to hear.
I give you the things. Hold on. You carry the key. Give me a bug.
Someone shouted out Brown earlier. I think Amy Kreckman did. Somebody shouted out Brown. I figure let's do a Brown one. Yeah, but unfortunately, he has had a couple of outbursts in school, and I personally think it's the home situation. His parents are not together anymore, and he splits his time between two homes. Yeah, so I don't blame him for that. But you know, you want to check in, making sure that He's doing good. Brown and brown. We'll add more to that later. But you know what? Let me pull a couple of these other prints while I'm thinking about it. This is that one where those leftover pale green on the plate. Put down some, I think it was the dioxazine. And there was pink left on the plate too from earlier. Hi, Caroline. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I don't normally go live on Fridays, Caroline. I'm doing it today because the person I co-host with on Fridays is ill. Because she usually goes live on her channel. This is the last minute thing. This is grunge-tastic. Now, I think on my next live stream, I'm gonna do pull out prints that need more and kind of work with prints that need more added to them and play with those because I've created a lot of prints. I just need to go through and find the ones that need a little bit more and work with those. I'll probably stay until about for another 15, 20, maybe half hour. I don't know, something like that. Well, Carla, I don't have kids, so I don't have grandkids either, so can't really comment. All I can say is that sounds like an issue with the parenting, but that's all I'll say because I don't know exactly what's going on, but that's how I view that. And if I'm out of place, please tell me so. Oh, I want to get that circle. Now here's a little thing. Talk about cracking your edges. I'll go around, I'll pull back the plate away from the paper if there's paint on the edges, and that can help release those edges so your paper doesn't rip when you're trying to pull the print and you're not damaging your plate either. Oh, thanks, Lisa. I will do that. He will love that. Look at that. So this is the print we started yesterday with the Wood Rose stencil by Christie. And look at that. Hold it with yellow, the Azo lemon yellow. Do we love it? I love it. That's for sure. I really love it. Sandy, amen to that. I I grew up without being overscheduled. I didn't do like the sport thing and all these different extracurricular activity things that and all that. So Yeah, I had to be very creative with my time, because both of my parents worked, and they had stuff, their adult stuff that they had to do too. And I'm 8 years younger than my brother, so growing up, he wasn't really around. So yeah, I had to be super creative with my time and finding things to do and all that, which I appreciate it. I appreciate it for sure because it helps you out in life. That is for sure. Oh, and this one. So this one, remember we did with this is dioxazine purple and then the vivid red orange. Now you notice the purple browned out a little bit, but I'm okay with that. I think it looks really good with that orange. So this is an intentional way of creating a shade of brown that's gonna get, um, that's gonna look really nice. All right. We didn't get taken any sporty or talk about. Oh yeah, I'm the generation. I don't know about you, Julie. I'm not gonna ask your age. That's not very nice. But we were the play outside until the street lights came on. And even then, sometimes you still stayed out, especially when the weather was warm, because our families would sit on their front steps or on the porch, and we'd still be playing outside. All right, let's get some paint on here. Yeah, so you're similar generation. Yeah, you're in my generation for sure. Hmm, let's add some bramble branches to this design here. Kind of break up the circles. I don't know if it was necessarily safer back then. I think we weren't people weren't as overprotective back then, right? Um, I think the danger now is that kids aren't allowed to be out there in the real space of outside where there you go, Becky, becoming a feral child where yeah, you got to be out there and you got to you hang with your friends and you got to do what you got to do and you may get into minor trouble, what kids do, but you learn to deal with it and you move on. A lot of kids can't handle that these days. All right, so this is terracotta. What are we putting with Mr. Terracotta? I have here. Need a metallic. Let's get some metallic here. This is a bronze. No. Mosquitoes? Yep. Mosquitoes are always a pain in the butt. Hmm. Nothing in there. Oh yeah, we'd go everywhere. We traveled in packs. You know, I think I'm gonna take Becky's suggestion and do a little silver on this one. This is just the Liquitex silver. Yeah. I remember one of the things we used to do as kids is we would always be going through people's yards, like not like doing bad things, but like you play games and you hide in people's yards or you go through them. But like I think it was Becky was saying, we knew all our neighbors, we knew everybody, and everybody knew us. And I like that, Becky. Look at that. And it was okay if another parent said to your child, "Hey, get out of here! Stop doing that." Uh, um, that was okay. That was a thing we did. They did. It's different nowadays. Everybody's very sensitive, and their child is the best, and all that. And poopy to that. Let's see here. What do I want? Let's see this fern. No. Explain to us what that is, Julie. I want to see what color comes up from the stencil. How this is going to look. I could have done more paint on there, but what are you going to do? Sandy says, I had a tree that I played under all the time on the edge of the hill with the roots out all across the ground. It was my playhouse, vet clinic, schoolhouse. Oh, right. Like we had those spaces where like we created our own little worlds. Whatever it was, we created our own little worlds and had our own characters. Yeah, it didn't pull much up off the stencil because it's not a very thick layer. Still cool. It's such a cool color. Here, let's get naughty. I'm gonna throw some halo, turquoise phthalo on here. We know that fluid acrylic loves to pull up stuff off the stencil. Oh, we lived on a dead end street too, Darcy. Always played in the dead end. And beyond the dead end, it wasn't really woody, but it was like this like tree area with hills. I'm just gonna use this one for that. That would go into another part of the neighborhood. like a lower part, like it was like literally like this was the end of the street, and then you go past this certain point and you go down into this valley of the rest of the neighborhood. And then we had the schoolyard, which was the church schoolyard. It was the Catholic school churchyard we'd hang out in. That against the brown. Interesting, interesting. Let's do some of this. This is that ice blue. Play in the cornfield near my house growing up. Yeah, you play in the cornfield, get lost, find some children of the corn. Eh. And you're still with us, Becky, right? You survived. Oh, nice, Darcy. There was a creek that connected to the Nemasket River. Very cool. All right, so this is mixing nicely with the teal, or the turquoise, rather. So sort of like tag, Julie. Is that what you're saying? Like tag your right kind of thing. Hi, Nancy. I'm talking about being a feral child. Were you feral? Oh, that's awesome. We played a lot of hide and go seek. We played a lot of kick the can. Anybody else play kick the can? I was more feral in my teenage years. You know, definitely more feral in my teenage years. Give this a second. I need to drink. Very nice. So you were kind of feral, Nancy. Yeah. Julie says sometimes they did the branding game on push bike, but I didn't like that too did. Oh, please. I have so many scars on my legs from falling and um uh just I fell upstairs, like basically. I would walk upstairs and fall because I was just that clumsy of a child. And so that was me. But it was just part of growing up. All right, this silver is dry. All right, what are we pulling this with? This is the silver with the terracotta. See? Hide and go seek in a cornfield. How fun is that? These days, I'd be scared because that's just because I've watched too many horror movies. But it sounds like a lot of fun. Poor Ken. Well, I bet you he had more fun than ever. I know I had paper that I pulled, but where is it? I don't know. There it is. A bright red with this. Okay, that's a possibility. I have a Piro red, but it may kind of cancel out with that terracotta. How about Prussian? I haven't done Prussian in a while. Let's do Prussian blue. Well, I was saying that earlier. Like, I don't think things are as different now as they were. There's more like surveillance, there's more cameras and stuff. I think honestly, it's safer now in many ways because there is surveillance and you can catch a criminal faster. But yeah, we do have more weapons available, at least in this country. But I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. I think we allow ourselves to be fear mongered by what the news is puts out there. I mean, growing up, my neighborhood was a lot more sketchy than it is now, and I never felt unsafe, even as a kid. I never ever felt unsafe. Yeah. Yeah, and that's not being feral. That's being a kid. You go fishing and you're discovering stuff, and sometimes it's a good way for them to just be kids. I mean, these days it's hard to just be a kid. I think there's a lot of weird stuff that parents make their kids do, like parents who like do TikToks and stuff with their kids all the time, and like they make a career out of it. I don't like that at all. Yeah. I was never a good tree climber. But like I said, I was very klutzy, but um, oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. Give that a few more minutes to dry up. Oh, 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 oh. Sorry, stuff just fell, but we're okay. Hi, Heather. No pop-up books here. Popping up because I don't usually stream on Fridays on my channel. I usually stream with my friend Sharon over on hers, but she's got the flu. She caught the crud. All right, I'm going to finish up some prints here, and then I think that's it for the day. Go find something to watch. Okay, so for this one, hi Cindy. Um, so this is like one of those like I was just flopping off different stencils on here as I went along today. I think this one I'm gonna do some parchment or parchment, as they say in France. Oh yeah, we would climb up onto garages. There's a lot of garages in our neighborhood, and we would climb up onto people's garages and play there. Nobody cared. Take care, Adrian. Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay. Let's see. Got a rack I keep stuff on. Keep a couple of plates on that's like on this bookshelf that's like right here. It just went overboard along with the tripod. Look at this. Oh, look at that. And this was done with Peace Circle Rings of Madness. Then it's bramble branches. And then we pulled it with a Prussian blue. Very much so lovely. Do I have anything here? Nope, those plates are all clear. So we're just waiting on this one. I would climb up on the roof of the house with a silver blanket, either Crisco or baby oil, and just bake. That's how we did it. Catch a lizard, nice. That's gonna be cool. That needs to dry though. All right. I'm gonna pull this stencil off. I don't think I want to leave it on any longer. That's something I'll play with later on, but I think I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye and say thank you for hanging out with me on this Friday afternoon. And I'll see you very soon. Take care, everybody. Big hug, love, smile at a stranger. Bye.